All right, welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I am Rex.
I'm Daniel. And we have a plan now.
Well.
And I totally stick to it. Thank you, Ben Stahl.
Yes, Highland
Two
Park.
things from Ben Stahl.
This is 18-year-old Highland Park.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait.
Nice.
Wait, another?
Wait, another. Wait. I'll get it out for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. Battlehill. Wait.
Ah, there it is.
So satisfying.
All right, so Ben Stahl, you patron saint.
Which one are you doing first?
Let's do the classic 18 first.
Okay.
Now, Ben, you're already a patron saint. Do you really need another?
Ben's all you patron saint of. Wait.
How's it go?
Are we gonna do the animation again?
I don't know. Do you get multiple animations of patron saint? I think so.
Just have like a dolphin fart fly across his chat. I don't know.
Yeah.
You patron saint of whiskey.
Such a letdown. Do the whole thing.
Okay. Son of a just.
It's not hard. The animation's already done.
Ben's Stahl, you patron saint of whiskey.
Here we go. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna compare the classic 18 Highland Park, and this is the old Highland Park.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I have the new 18.
Do you?
Under the new released Viking.
Do you have the new 18
series?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pour. How many glasses?
Don't be too generous because we gotta make.
How many glasses?
Okay, I can't compare it to the new Viking Honor because.
Did we kill the new Viking Honor?
No, because I have the original 18. I don't have the new 18 Viking Honor. So, our Viking Pride is what it's called.
Viking Pride.
So essentially what they're doing is they are redesign the bottling and things like that.
Hey. What does it say right there?
Oh, Rex has a new plan. Ooh, hang on.
Your f***ing autopilot mode is what
I
you're
know,
doing.
I really am. Oh man, I'm telling you, Highland Park is just... It's a glorious whiskey.
You know what I'm not getting in the 18? The sulfur. Let's try the 12.
Hang on. We got another thing to try. You know what? The thing about Highland Park, always to me, tastes so smooth. It's almost like when you add cream to an iced coffee.
Smooth, but not candy dessert flavor.
No.
There's
There's enough of a richness to it that it's got...
No, it's brine. It's got some what's the sour? There's some sourness, some bitterness in there. The honey is in there. That's the sweetness.
The barrel definitely shows up. It's spicy.
Yeah.
But it's not heavily peated, right?
Right. In terms of what this thing is all about, is this just
this is just
Highland Park,
extremely classic whiskey.
Highland Park, aged 18 years.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an aftertaste to smoke, comparatively. But
it is not.
Remember, Highland Park is way up there in the Orkney Islands, almost the northernmost islands in Scotland. If you remove the Shetland Islands,
I'm not getting any kind of peat though.
I am, but only in a lingering aftertaste.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna try.
Yeah.
Battlehill Park. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Battlehill is from the Total Wine private. Like Battlehill is Total Wine.
Sure. Why?
So independent bottlers in Scotland can buy barrels from the distilleries and then do their own releases under their own brand, but featuring the distillery where they got their whiskey from. So this is a Battlehill release.
Yeah.
Right? Of Highland Park, and it's 18. So what we would get to see is, what did these guys think was a good 18-year-old release versus what did Highland Park themselves think was a good 18-year-old release?
Well, look, that was a legitimate comparison.
Yes.
I am impressed.
Now, for one, I am not certain if Highland Park adds coloring or not. But this Battlehill one is definitely no color added.
They're not wildly different.
They're not wildly different. I kind of was hoping they would be.
Right.
You know what? It's brighter. The Battlehill one is a little bit brighter. There's more of a kind of a plummy note to the nose on the classic Highland Park. And there's the citrus notes are accented in the Battlehill.
The Battlehill's more honey.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a sherry finish.
Yeah, but there's more complexity to the Highland Park 18. The Battlehill is a little bit sweeter and a little bit fruitier.
What's the...
And we're talking about a 10, 20% difference.
So, Highland Park is 43%. Mm-hmm. Guess what Battlehill is?
40.
53.
53?
53.
I just made something up. I had no idea.
53.
It does not taste like 53 at all.
It does not taste like it.
As a matter of fact, I would have guessed it was less proof.
Yeah.
Let's add some water to theirs and see
a little bit of water.
What happens.
A little bit. While that waters. John Stofang. What's your take on Jane Walker? I understand it's just a rebranded Johnny Walker Black. Not a new blender formula, but it was intended to draw attention to the wide world of women in whiskey. Pandering or a well-deserved spotlight on an underrepresented but important group.
I'm going to tiptoe around this one, but I do have an opinion.
Okay.
I do think it was spearheaded with all good intentions, so I don't think there was any ill intent of like, let's piggyback on women in whiskey.
Right.
I think they were, the people in charge of it were trying to do something they thought was cool and mattered.
I just formulated a thought.
I think that
in the last 8 seconds.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not done yet. I think that those women in whiskey, they need to be. The women in whiskey are doing fine, and they're taking over the world. There's articles about them everywhere. They're taking over distilleries because in any room that I'm in with our sommeliers, it's always the women who almost always beat the men at tasting notes and subtleties and discerning things. Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons we hired Deb, because no matter how hard I tried to find things, Deb always found them faster and sooner than I did, and that's who you want as your head distiller, mm-hmm. right? Here's what I wish, as not being a woman, whether or not I have a good opinion on this, what I wish was, instead of just rebranding the classic Johnny Walker and giving it a token female name for a little while, I wish they had released an actual whiskey that was named after real women influential in the history of Johnny Walker.
Oh, real
Now, I saw someone talk about this, and I can't remember who it was. I would give them credit. But it popped that idea into my head, and I went, son of a bitch, that's brilliant. Elizabeth Walker.
Sure.
Was very influential in the history of Johnny Walker.
Right.
Why couldn't they have released a separate blend and called it Elizabeth Walker?
All right.
Because that's a real historical figure who really influenced the history of Johnny Walker whiskey.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can buy into that.
I added some water to this Battlehill one.
Right.
And the nose just sort of turned into smoke and peat. That's your Battlehill, right?
My Battlehill? No, this is my Battlehill.
Oh, then I put water in the wrong one.
How dare you?
Let it sit for a second.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, in case everyone's freaking out, why I'm not wearing a black V-neck t-shirt.
Really? God, I was hoping we could get through the show without talking about your dumb shirts.
Dude, I'm going to have to address this in all of the f***ing comments. Oh, sure. So here's the thing. I'm going to get another tattoo later today. I'm leaving from here.
Yeah.
And I've learned in the past that having a tight-fitting black t-shirt
not the best
on a new tattoo, not that comfortable. So a little more loose-fitting dress shirt that you can just kind of put on over the new tattoo, it's better.
Fair enough.
So there you go.
Dan Carochi, hey Rex and Danny.
I know.
You copy and pasted.
I know, I didn't edit it.
At what point does price start to overtake your decision making on buying a whiskey? For example, just a few years ago, I was able to find Macallan 18 for about $160 to $180. Now it's almost $300 here in Ohio. It's a damn fine dram, but holy shit, that's a steep price, and it has caused me to switch to other things. Mostly Isla whiskey because of personal preference. Just wanted to hear your thoughts. Much love from Dan C.
What's the point for you when everything's like, oh, put on the brakes? $30
really?
For you.
So I buy whiskey about twice a year, and I buy a bottle, and that bottle is going to be between $30 and $40. There you go. Yeah. So, but I have somehow multiple bottles in my house.
I wonder how that worked.
Yeah.
For me, it's $100.
Okay.
When I'm crossing the 3-digit mark, I start considering very seriously, what am I about to spend money on? And is it a novelty or is it something I'm really going to love?
Sure.
Right? Now, if it's something I'm like, I know I'm going to love it, I'll splurge.
Right.
If it's something I'm uncertain, I may go back 3 or 4 times before I'm like, all right, fine, I'm gonna try it. But it's when I get to 3 figures, that's when I start putting on the brakes.
The water made it just more honey for me.
To me, the nose though, forget the taste. Yes, the taste was more honey, but look at the nose. All of a sudden, the nose has a little more of the earthy, richy, mossy notes.
It woke up. That's when you're starting to tell the 53% is there. On that
now
nose.
you go back to the original Highland, and it's all pipe tobacco to me now. Dark,
now
aromatic pipe tobacco.
Well, you added a little water to mine, and now they're more different than they were just poured straight out of the bottle. With
That's tasty.
A little bit of water added.
That's tasty.
Good stuff.
All right. We done here?
Well, I mean, we can compare it to a bunch of. Apparently, there's like 100 freaking Highland Parks. I thought there was 5. They're coming out with a new one every 6 hours.
All right. Which one are you going out with?
I'm doing the Battlehill.
I'm doing the classic.
Sure.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
You fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, drop a question or comment down below.